So, Sean, who have we got on today?
Taff, we have got Ben from the UK Veterans Hearing Foundation. Ben, a very good afternoon to you, buddy.
Good afternoon.
Just tell us a bit about yourself, Ben, who you serve with, how you formed UK Veterans Hearing Foundation.
I joined the Army at the grand old age of 16, artillery. The normal places, Canada, Belize, Northern Ireland, just under 13 years in. Once I left the Army, sort of stumbled around for a bit, met my wife. She qualified as an audiologist over 25 years ago. Over time, she said, I don't think your hearing is very good, Ben. And it worked out, yes, I did have a problem. From my days working on the guns, a lot of the veterans that we talk to have exactly the same problem. The last thing that you did when somebody was shooting at you or trying to blow you up was go, hold on, give me a minute, just put my hearing protection in, then we're good to go.
That was always my mistake. You're right.
There you go. We looked at it and said, let's see what we can do for veterans. Then we heard about the RBL's hearing fund. So we put a plan together to access them funds. We then fitted over 500 veterans with top-of-the-range hearing systems. That funding ceased in October of last year. We still had over 2,000 veterans on the books that we couldn't just walk away from. We decided we would form a charity. We got our charity status a week before the UK went into lockdown. We've been on the back foot slightly. However, we've had good news. We've had help from the Veterans Lottery. A number of smaller grants have come through. We're progressing and working to fit more veterans. It's an ongoing process.
That first time when you thought you had a hearing problem, what was your first signs, mate?
Most veterans that have a hearing loss, on a conversation like we're having now, one-to-one, there's no background noise, our high frequencies still allow us to have a reasonable conversation. If we move this conversation into a bar, that's how I struggle. When you're exposed to noise, you don't protect.
Wow.
And that's the problem.
You've helped a couple of thousand on your books. Why are veterans having to jump through hoops to get the government to support them?
When the hearing fund come about, I don't think they realised how many veterans are affected by hearing loss. The funding we've received at the minute has not come from any Forces benevolent funds since we've been a charity. I may sound controversial, but benevolent funds are somewhat behind the times. If an NHS product doesn't suffice for you, you have to supply the evidence. The NHS aids are good, but there's limitations. We can put a setting on that when you walk into a pub or a restaurant, it will shut down background noise automatically for you. We can link it to your TV. If an older veteran falls, it will register and tell a relative that the person's had a fall. We've got the system in place. We cover the whole of the UK. We won't stop trying to help veterans, but we need help to be able to fit and look after all these veterans for the rest of their lives.
You know what? I didn't know I had a hearing problem. I just thought there was something wrong with me and maybe it's too much wax.
You didn't jump out of the plane upside down then?
I fell out a couple of times, I tell you. Isn't it brilliant, Sean, that the veterans are just working throughout society, setting up charities and self-help groups and all the rest of it?
I'd just like to say to everyone, veterans and everybody, just to take care and stay safe. Not the artillery and not the paras.
Yes! Yes!